website and put on a lot of it's one of my favorite verses in the Bible. Especially to those people that want to argue with you. It says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. I mean, if somebody comes over and starts telling you their opinion, they got an opinion, you got scripture. Guess which one's going to be 100 years from now? And later in the verse, beginning in verse 38, he starts talking about that coming. He starts talking about that rapture. In verse 38, he says, for as in the days that were before the flood, referring to Noah, they were eating and drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. That's what we're seeing today. I myself am in divorce now. People are getting married, remarried, all over the place. That one's coming true. That's not just something that's happening in the United States. It's been going on in Europe. It's been going on all over the world. Verse 39 tells us that, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, shall also the coming of man be. In other words, people are not going to believe it. They didn't believe Noah when he told them the flood was coming. They didn't believe him. I believe that there's Christians that are, to be honest with you, this message has been preached for several years. I can remember when I was a little boy hearing that we were in the last days. And I believe it was true then. I believe it's true now. We are in those days of Noah. I believe this is the time period I believe we are in right now. It's those days like unto Noah that he's talking about. They didn't believe it till the flood came. The flood came too late. Then it was too late. The door when the ark was shut. Well, but it was a terrible feeling knowing the door on that ark was closed and you're in there swimming with the sharks. But there's a terrible feeling. We don't want to be there today. We don't want to be there. If you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you don't want to be outside the ark. You don't want to be there. That is a place you do not want to be. But Jesus goes on to say in verse 40, then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Why? Because one was born again. One of them knew Jesus as their Savior, the other did not. So one was taken, raptured, one was not. Two women shall be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken, the other one left. Why? Because the one woman at the mill was born again. She knew Jesus Christ as her Lord and Savior. The other did not. Verse 42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord would come. You don't know when he's coming. I went to a prophecy conference in 2015. Very famous preacher. He's on television. I love the guy to death. His name is Perry Stone from Cleveland, Tennessee. He said that according to his calculation, Jesus would probably come sometime between the year 2017 and the year 2035. That could be true. It could not be true. There's actually no actual numerology in the Bible. There are people who have tried to tell you that, but please show me where the verses are to tell you that there's a specific numerology. Now, there's Hebrew traditions that have to do with numbers, but there's actually no numerology actually in the Bible that says this is how you calculate things, this is how you figure things out. It doesn't exist. We go by Scripture. Solo Scriptura, Scripture alone. Verse 43, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known and watched the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered in his house and be broken up. It means his people are going to be suffering because they're left behind. Gee, I think this verse is really speaking to, and I used to be one of these people. Y'all heard me talk about that the last time I was here. One of those people that you believed, but you didn't go to church, you didn't read the Bible, You actually did believe it. You really did believe it, but you didn't live it. And because you're like, I'll do that later. I'll do it later. I believe that's who that's talking to in this verse, is others people that are like, that know and believe, I'll do this later. I mean, I've got plenty of time to get saved. I've got plenty of time. I'm going to keep on going on, like I've been going on. And I'll just come and deal with the Lord at a later time. I believe that's who that person is talking to. Boy, it won't be a shame if you knew this was coming and you still got left behind. I believe that's what he's talking to right there. That would be terrible if you knew and still got left